monumental accident at the 1973 British Grand Prix.
Oh, because of course, under safety car conditions, all of the teams and drivers should in theory be doing very similar lap times.
Yes, in theory. Sometimes they do struggle to keep up, though, don't they?
They do. So effectively, any chunk of time that's run under the safety car is sort of discounted from the number of credit laps. Then adjustment is made. I think last year in this event we had quite a lot of here in the UK. There's that 59 car again that we mentioned a short while ago, the RAF Team Hurricane. There's another RAF Team Spitfire as well, running side by side with the 65 car at the moment. That's the Routec Racing's BMW Flyers, and they've got a couple of drivers, and that looks like it is Andrew Lightstead at the wheel at the moment of the BMW 330. And again, Andrew was a driver this time last year that was in competition for the 750 Motor Club's Club Enduro Championship here, sharing the car with Imran Khan last year, and they were narrowly defeated to the Club Enduro title. This year's Club Enduro Championship is going to go down to the wire at Donington Park in 3 weeks' time.
Area Motorsports cars just been through, 51. 21 laps down for them. They're about a minute behind the RJ Motorsport V1.0 Team Cars 3.
65 on screens again, that's the Andrew Lightstead BMW. A couple of 7s coming through together, and just having a look, that is 16A that we have on screen at the moment, which is Matthew Willoughby in his Sig Mac. So that's a car that normally races with the Caterham graduates.
I've just seen the yellow Beetle go through again, absolutely filling the mirrors of the orange late model MX-5. So
and that's a team that's making their debut in the Birkett this year, the PDC Racing team, which features among its number this year's Classic Stock Cats champion Pip Hammond. So there'll be a story there as to what's gone on with the PDC Racing team. It also includes Jason Wood, Esther Quaitmere, Pete Oscarby and Ian Gribben, all of them in Novas, and Martin Rogers in a Peugeot 205 GTI as well. So we might find out what's gone on in Pacific Hill this weekend. I think that car being shared with Phil Knibb. Also in the team you've got Andrew Rath, Chris Tilley, Andrew Etheridge and Chris Etheridge as well. So that's heading into Abbey, over at the far end of the circuit from us. We're here commentating from above the Silverstone estate. Yeah, there's the RS2000
and 23 seconds apart, 33-32 in 8th and 9th places overall. Midlands ahead of the Northern Spray.
Yes, which is you see, I've got that flight spray in my books. He's stolen it to give to you, but given I don't have any flies, that seems entirely fair.
Maybe you can have my bulb later in the day, my light bulb. It's a swap.
We'll share it. And not collected by anyone or anything. So this is the view, and the Civic there was one of Chris Freeman and Johnny Monday, and Andy Bailey didn't spot which one it was that was out there. I think it was one of Freeman and Monday by the looks of it. There's the 216 GTI again of either Martin Short or Son Morgan, who Marcus was telling us was very quick in testing recently, early on. Although it's a bit less damp possibly, and better lap times can be rung out of these cars. Let's head down to Lewis Beals in the pit lane. RJ Motorsport V2.0, 63 laps completed by them now. Last lap was a 2:09, so within 2.5 seconds of the fastest lap time that we've seen so far during this race. David Drinkwater's out there now in the BMW Compact, and certainly the conditions really have taken a turn for the worse. Wipers on, I think, on all the cars that have them available, and the lap times have dropped off by, again, around about 20 seconds compared to where they were even about 10 minutes ago. So, conditions.
Doesn't stop the two Toyota 7s lapping cars. The Ferrari team hobbled by a couple of pit stop and goes for various reasons. Fifth is 33, 7 race series Midlands, growling through.
Question on the social media comes from Nathan Shaw. What's the oldest car in the race? He thinks it must Championship, sponsored this year by RLM Racing, but last weekend at Snetterton it was actually a Spire that wraps up the championship. Charles Hall. Yep, very good good season he's had. Last year it was a bit disappointing, a bit of an incident with Josh Smith at Alton Park. They're now doing it for fun in club racing, which are in sport specials. Yeah, absolutely. Perhaps not every driver will do that. Having been on the sort of single-seater career ladder, not every driver will necessarily want to come back and do it just for fun. Hot One Balls, 16th number 65, Routec Racing, BMW. I'm just trying to see whether that's the Flyers or the Triers. It is the Flyers. 17th number 38, Cord Sports CSCC Tin Tops. 18th number 767s, 19th 69, long and short of it, and 20th number 49 JPR Saker boys, who are plugging on despite a lack of Sakers.
Yeah, JPR lack of Saker boys.
Who've taken part in the Le Mans 24-hour race as well. Tony Dron, just to pick out.
Sport are race leaders, Team 24 over the 30. RJ Motorsport V2.0, they are 5 laps ahead of their
at the time. There's a car stopped at the exit of Luffield, I can see through the...
For a while, and in the Ardennes, where it's often dank and fairly damp, that can hasten the onset of dusk and darkness.
Yes, I think the cloud we have here today will do likewise. The 38 Cord Sport CSE Tin Tops, and they've lost a lot of ground because of those issues for Steve Simpson, with him going off into the gravel at Birkett earlier on too. And 33rd number 60 Team Billy Bob, 34.66 Routec Racing BMW Triers, 35th number 14 Rogue Streamers. The 12 minutes past 4 is coming to the Paul Neville car. Very rapid car that he races in the Bark Saloon Series normally.
He was, was he?
Yep.
Yep. And fill me in.
So the hairpin turn there, and then since then it's been on the Grand Prix circuit.
It was held at Thruxton at one point, way back, going into the 60s or 70s. I'd say.
Tell you which year in a moment. Another stop and go penalty board, by the way, to number 42, which is the Outcast. Conditions still grim, but the sky just looks a little brighter now. It's still raining, and it's still very windy, but there's something slightly brighter, and it's all relative, heading our way. But you can see lots of spray being kicked up now on the pit straight, sorry, that's not the pit straight, the hangar straight. There's 43B, that's Kevin Ludford in the Porsche Boxster S. I think I mistook that for an MR2 Roadster earlier on from a long shot, but the livery disguise it a bit.
That is the one, isn't it? That's
made another stop actually since the pit stop penalty was served.
Yes, you can't console on the side, sort of lit up with a panel above it. This one here coming into your sight.
Now that's really is lit up like a Christmas tree, isn't it? That one. Still waiting for this 4th and 5th place battle to appear in our view.
And the Audi's going quickly again. Should be pretty nimble through this. It lacks the power of the Ferrari, but if you look at that, it's got such agility through the twists. Ferrari's made it up, and being very careful there. The driver of it's D, isn't it? In the
and
11, not much more.
I mean, they are both teams that have had some dramas along the way. Certainly, Three Amigos have lost their cars. The JPR Fun Cup boys, again, a team we've not to mention too much. Chris Dovell, Andy Bicknell, and Christian Rose. driving that car. That's the...
It's Christian Rose Jr.
I don't know, but he may well be. As the Seat gets
Here
alongside here, this is through
Ferrari into
Woodcote
pits.
corner as the into the pits goes the Ferrari. Let's head will equate to probably, I would say 7 laps.
7 laps.
Won't it?
Yeah.
So he would need to be catching. Certainly, if you were driving on the motorway, you would want your lights on at this point.
23.26 seconds the gap at the end of 151 laps.
So that's what it will be. 23 seconds is what I thought it would be, and glad that I was reasonable. In third positions, that features last year's scratch winner, Charles Graham, but also Alistair Smart, Neil Glover and Jason Green. The RJ Motorsport team was second. In race series cars that finished 6th, 7th and 8th, it was the Midlands, number 33, that came out on top. From number 32, the Northern team in 7th place, 8th place, number 34, the Southern team, but great that the second number 65, Routec Racing BMW Flyers, which was Andrew Lightstead, Jim Benson, Simon Roach and Darren Ball. 34, the 7 race series Southern. 34th, number 54, Royal Navy Motorsport. 35th, number 66, Routec Racing BMW Triers. 36th, number 20, Mad Cat Racing.